In this video, which is part 40 of the Coinmarketcap series for Chartjs, what we're going to do here, and in the previous video I indicated that we should supposed to get these items aligned here. Sadly enough, that won't be possible. I will, or at least I will not cover that. But what I will cover is something else which I discovered is the refactoring of a huge chunk of code that we can reduce. So let's start to explore how to do that. So now let's go and work on the next part. And basically what I'm going to do, I suppose to solve the pixel perfect alignment here. Sadly enough, that might be very complicated, or at least I need to really reconsider how to do that. So I decided not to do that, but while trying to research, I found something else. So let me first explain why it will be so hard to be here pixel perfect. So if you look here at the side here, and this side and at the other side, we don't hit really the right side nor the left side here, while on the line chart it does. If you look here, you can see this will be exactly matching. The reason for this is basically because if we zoom in here, we're going to see that, and I'm going to move now here. You can see here we have some differences here. This is because we have the bar chart connected in here, and this creates a certain offset, and that somehow destroys the structure of it, or at least it is a different alignment, and that's why this alignment with this alignment will not match correctly. We could do it by reducing the size of this on left side and right side, but I thought we can better ignore that in this case. This is just so minimal and not a real important part. So what I'm going to do here is, because while researching this I did discover something else, and we're going to simplify our code on one part. So I'm going to scroll down here and we're going to search here basically in the X scale. And this is what I discovered, sadly enough, too late. And as we're going to this custom tick marks, we could completely remove this. So let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. Let's look here for the config. Let me just do it. Config. Alright, so we have a config here. And once we have a config, let's see, we have here somewhere the plugins. I'm going to remove this plugin now. So basically it will not load that plugin anymore. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the grid here. We have this display false. So if I comment out, let's save that, refresh, there we are. You could see here, there was the issue with the ticks, and that's because of the bar chart style and everything else is combined, this combination. We have this side here and it recalculates it. So what we could do here, and I didn't thought about it in the previous video because we could, we basically could see that. However, what I'm going to say here is, we're going to say here, draw on chart area. This will be equal false. So we save that. Alright, so that's the first one. But now I want to make sure that these ticks are properly aligned. So what I want to do here is say comma, I'm going to say here, draw ticks, and this will be set on true. So basically we avoid the issue, and now we have these. Alright, so that's the ticks. And then what I want to do here is, I want to say draw border. Let's remove the border as well. False. Save, refresh. Now the border is gone, as you can see here. Now let's move this one here, and that's basically with the offset. So we're going to say offset here, and by default it is false. But because we are working also with a bar chart, it becomes true. So we're going to set this here on false again. So we force it on false, and then as you can see, there you are. So this works, and now we remove our plugin here down. So what we can do here, I'm going to comment this out. So basically this was more an exercise, but was not a necessary item apparently. Anyway, that's after refactoring a little bit. So let's do that one. Save, refresh, and as you can see here, nothing changes. It works all identical, and we could just do with 4 lines of code instead of having this entire chunk of code. So that is it for now. We're done here, and now it's really time to work on the tooltip, and that will be the next video.